Hello, my friend. Hope you're doing well. This is the lovely neighborhood that I have been living in for the last 6 months, and it's one of my final few days. I'm just walking around the neighborhood. I'll tell you in a moment where I'm going, and I just wanted to share some things with you, just in the moment, in the flow. And actually, that is the topic of today's talk, today's video. It's about being in flow and flowing with the times and being open to change, open to new possibilities. So I'm just gonna be walking around and talking to you, and hopefully I make some sense. So, oftentimes we get stuck in a certain paradigm, especially something that's working well for us. We feel that it may be working well for us because we've gotten used to it. Sometimes it may be something really good, really lovely, like a beautiful setting that you live in and you don't want to move. And that's what I'm going through right now. I live in this wonderful neighborhood. I found this wonderful home that was perfect with everything, and it was time to move. And it was necessary to move, and yet the heart finds discomfort in moving, inertia, and that stems from a sense of fear about what the future might hold, whether it will be just as good, just as comfortable as this present moment is. And you know what? You never know. You never know until you make a shift about how it's going to be. However, most of the times, if you're willing to flow with it, it turns out to be something quite beautiful and something different from what we could ever have imagined. And this has happened to me so many times when moving to different locations or just trying out new things in life. So this applies to so many different contexts. For example, we're stuck in a job, or maybe we find ourselves deeply immersed in a job where we're doing well, maybe it doesn't pay so good, maybe it doesn't test our limits, but we're too afraid to make a shift because we don't want to lose something good that we have. And by the way, there is merit in that, right? Because we want to maximize our life experience. We want to have the best that we can possibly have, and we want to avoid pain. We want to move towards better experiences, or at least hold on to good experiences. However, this comfort zone, this fear of change, can really leave us stuck in life, unwilling to move forward, unwilling to try new things. And it's really necessary in life to pivot, to make a shift very quickly when the moment calls for it. And when is the right time? How would you know? Well, you just know. The heart knows. And it's about trusting your gut, trusting your inner voice, which is always there, which is always talking. And it's just a matter of tuning into it. It's always there, really. Even at times when everything is uncertain and we struggle to figure out the right thing to do. Which brings us to an interesting question about consistency versus flow, right? To flow means to be willing to change, to be willing to try new experiences, new places. Look at this beautiful space that I'm in. I'm not sure the camera is able to do justice, and a little donkey behind me. So what is consistency? Consistency is the willingness to just stay, to stay in a situation where you know that it's in your benefit to keep going, to show up day after day, even when it seems boring or tiring or scary. And flow is the opposite. Flow is the willingness to move on, the willingness to actually quit and try something different. And you know what? This is a worthy question. Should I shift or should I stay? Should I keep pushing, keep going, keep hoping for a better future, a better tomorrow? Or should I take my chance and move? And you know what? Nobody can tell you the right answer. Not your parents, not your friends or partner, and not your coach. This is something that only your heart can tell you. And there is a difference. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm going to a Mela today, and it's my last 3 days in the mountains. I'm gonna be going back to the city, and the situation demanded it, and there was a lot of reluctance to do that, to move away from a beautiful valley that I found for myself. However, the situation required it, and I'm going. But hey, then I have found new possibilities, new opportunities to be not exactly in this same valley, but to be somewhere else. And I've already booked my tickets, and I'm already on the way out of here. And I was like, okay, let's just think, let's just act based on the moment. And my heart strongly says that okay, it's logical to leave here, it's logical to go to the city, and that seems to be the right thing to do, and I'm pretty sure it is the right thing to do. However, your heart knows what's right for you. And my dear friend, your heart is worth its weight in gold. If you follow your heart, you can never be disappointed, you can never fail, you can never come out feeling disappointed or sad, because you follow your heart. And so what am I about to do? By the way, I'm walking in reverse. What am I about to do? I'm about to go explore new possibilities of places to stay that meets all my requirements, my new requirements, needing a continuous internet connection, needing to continue to be silent, but still be in a place where I will definitely not be bothered by the internet, and be willing to forego my flight ticket, be willing to shift my plans in a moment's notice. And I know it can be quite hard for some, and I've found it hard myself. But you know, somebody advised me, and this has stuck with me. The thing about consistency is, so when it comes to the big decisions in life, where to stay, or what project should I be taking up in life? Should I quit my job and do my own thing? Or when it comes to choosing a partner, or to enter a relationship, or to exit a relationship. For such big decisions of life, follow your gut, because it knows. However, the mind keeps switching every now and then. Emotions, our mental state, emotional state keeps switching. And so, my friend advised, for day-to-day acts, like whether to wake up in the morning and actually do the project again, or just quit. For example, I've been making YouTube videos, and sometimes I don't get as much success as I would want, and I think we all feel that, no matter how successful we are and how much progress we make. Look at this lovely river, always flowing, even in winter. And when it comes this thing about giving up, it would feel like a contracted energy. It would feel like an energy of scarcity. It would feel like a compromise. Like your heart wants something, but your mind is overruling it. And that's the time when you need to exert your self-discipline, where you need to find the strength to keep going. And that is the consistency I'm talking about. It's very easy to give up on something that you have chosen for yourself, and you will know deep within, even within the fluctuations of day-to-day life, where sometimes you feel like doing some things and at other times you don't. Even then, deep within, the heart knows what the right thing to do is. And honestly, you can analyze this as much as you want, and you can make Excel sheets, or you can have discussions with your coach, or you can spend hours and days reflecting, journaling, doing meditation, healing activities. However, the truth is right there. It's there with you at every moment. And the reason why we don't follow our truth is because we're scared, of course. Of course, that's why. And let's give ourselves a moment and acknowledge that fear, because with anything in life, there is fear. Whether it is to commit to somebody, or commit to some plan of action to make a shift, or to just keep going. You would know when it's worth it. However, the mind will keep trying to dissuade you and take you elsewhere. And that's where it takes courage. And that's the essence of life. To keep fighting the good fight. To keep calming the tense mind, the restless mind, and to keep going when it's easier to quit, when it's easier to choose the safe option. And you might be able to convince yourself in the moment that to take the easier option is the right thing to do. However, the heart, the inner space, let's not confuse ourselves with mind and heart and gut and intuition and things like that. There is some space right here, which always knows. Even as I speak to you right now, I'm sure you're able to relate this to a life situation that you may be going through. The inside of you always knows the right thing, and I can only suggest to be faithful to it and to follow it, no matter how much the stakes of money, how much the stakes in terms of life outcomes. It's worth it, my friend, because ultimately you have a long journey ahead with yourself. And how long can you hide with yourself? If your heart wants to be somewhere, to do something, then you owe that to yourself to make that happen and to fulfill your truest desires. And that's what life is all about, this wonderful struggle, this internal and external struggle. All of it is internal, actually. These pursuits towards something that gives us joy, so that we can live joy day after day whilst doing it, and so that we can chase our bigger joys that we work towards. That is the essence of life. So don't shy away from it. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it and live on. That is the essence of aliveness. That is the essence of life. Thank you so much for listening. I'm done with the mountain area. I'm now into the flatlands. As you can see, some more civilization, some houses. It's still looking quite pretty to me in my camera. But I'm gonna let you go now. Thank you for tuning in. Nice talking to you. See you in the next video. Do subscribe to the channel. Take care.